I'm going to disassemble my GSG Firefly, clean it, lube it, and reassemble it. So to take it apart, I'll first drop the mag. You want to turn this lever like so, and then flag came out, pull it up and over like so. And all right, so the guide pin does go in a certain way. You can see the spring. It's not quite the same. So you want to make sure the guide pin stays in like so. All right, so this thing is bone dry. Oh, no, it's got some, ugh. I don't know what the, I take that back, it's not bone dry. So I'm gonna wanna get all that crappy grease out of there. I'm gonna degrease it, clean it out, use my lube that I know works well, and reassemble it. So use degreaser. I have these cotton patches that I use, but if you don't have cotton patches, you can just cut up an old t-shirt. These are nice to have, but you don't necessarily have to have them. All right, so as you can see, all that gross Vaseline-like lubricant's gone, degreased, cleaned out. So we'll set that aside for now. And this looks pretty clean, but I just want to degrease this, and then any part that's going to be sliding, make sure it's heavily lubricated. So just give it a light little rub down. And I'm gonna grease the heck out of it. Any of these moving parts, anywhere where it's gonna be metal to metal contact, we're gonna want heavily lubricated. And take a minute to talk about the construction of this. It's 1.5 pounds. It's a fairly heavy firearm, especially for a 22, but it it's half metal, half polymer, but it's metal in the right areas. Everywhere where the slide actions, it's metal on metal, so it should last a long time. So anywho, it's all degreased. So now I'm gonna lubricate everything and assemble it back together. Now that everything's degreased, I'm gonna take my Slip 2000 and I'm going to just not go crazy, but just loosely cover everything. And I'm gonna rub all this in with one of the cotton patches, or Q-tip, whatever you got. Just want to leave a light coating on everything. See the change in color? That's what we want. I'm not looking to soak this thing. I'm looking to just test it out. So just don't want dripping with oil, but want it to be nice and lubricated for our test, because I want to test several different types of ammunition through this. I have about 5 or 6 different brands, different grain and whatnot, so I want to make sure it's ready for action. Now I'm gonna lightly oil the slide, and I'm gonna oil everything too once it's put back together. I just want to make sure that there's, you know, enough to get it going, essentially. And just like the lower half, we're gonna just lightly work it in. Nothing crazy, we don't want it dripping, but we wanted everything covered. Anywhere where it's gonna be metal on metal, we want good coverage with oil. You see that? That looks pretty good. I'm even gonna get this guide pin too. We want this guy joining on the fun. Nothing crazy, just, you know, get it going. Now it's time for reassembly, functions check, and then I'm gonna lubricate it some more. Okay, so we want to take our guide pin, get it in that indent right there. Then take our slide, get the spring in that front hole there. Get the slide back, and then, all right, decocked, safety off. Lock it back. All right, so now let's do a functions check. All right, now switch our lever back to the starting position. Safety's already off. We'll do a functions check. All right. So now that everything's back together and working properly, I'm going to lock it to the rear and just apply some more oil. Again, anywhere where it's going to be metal on metal, we're going to want some lubricant there. Oh, there's nothing really in there. Okay. Back here, that's what I wanted. Oops, sorry about that, folks. It's hard to film and see what you're doing at the same time. All right. There you go, folks. She's ready for the range. I'll see you next time. There's one additional feature I wanted to mention about this. Originally, this came in the package of assorted things with the firearm, and I thought this was originally a tool to replace the sights. However, I was wrong. It is another safety device. Give it a quarter turn, and it is totally, well, it's not going anywhere, that's for sure. Even with the safety off, doesn't matter, that's locked up. So just an additional safety feature for your firearm. Now back to regular. See, bang, back to normal. So I was wrong once again, you know. Can't be right all the time. Greetings, YouTube. We're gonna test out this GSG Firefly from 10 feet away. I'm gonna put 3 rounds in the top white target, 3 rounds in the bottom white target. I'm just trying to see how straight it shoots. So let's check it out. Got 2 right in the same hole, and then I only got 2 off down here. I had a failure to feed. So I'm just trying out different ammo with this, see what works and what doesn't. That was Remington Yellow Jacket, so we'll try out different ones, see how they work.